Okay, back in Chandelar, picking up where we last left off. Hot topic was fucking some bitches up until this game breaking bug started happening. So I'm just gonna keep on keeping on and see if it happens again. And if it does and we get screwed, oh well, GG. Wait, so we are looking for new quests right now, I believe. Because one of those two quests is going to take us to the island biome, which we're not really messing with the island biome right now. Greetings, brave adventurer. I have a grave matter to discuss with you. We need a brave adventurer to deal with the rogue fungus, Slimefoot. Tell me more about Slimefoot and what I can do to stop it. Thank you, noble adventurer. Slimefoot is a creature of pure malevolence, a monstrous being that has taken root in the heart of the treacherous swamp. Its corrosive touch and toxic aura have brought devastation to our lands. To defeat it, you must journey through the perilous swamp, filled with treacherous terrain and deadly creatures lurking within. I see. You want me to travel to Slimefoot Swamp and defeat him? Slimefoot is a formidable foe, adept at both offense and defense. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, whatever. Slimefoot, more like Mimefoot. I'm gonna mop the floor with this slime dweeb, no problem. First I'm gonna fight this guy. This will be my practice fight, because this guy looks like a little fungus. He's a little Golgari fungus. And Slimefoot, I think, is a fungus too. Or maybe he's a saproling? I don't know. Chat, let me know if Slimefoot is a fungus or a saproling. Also, is he malevolent? He always seemed chill to me. I don't know. I'll keep this hand. We'll start off with the plains. Hold up swords. Say go. They play nothing. Let's play the starting town. And we could draw a what's it called? A Gisela and play it out. Let's see if we draw her. We do not. That's okay though. Because now I can just play aspirant and hold up swords. Maybe I should have put the counter on the aspirant. What does this one do? It can sack the saprolings to give something -1/-1. Well, it's not really anywhere near being able to activate that. Let's put a counter here. Attack, get in for 5. Post-combat main, play Laisa. We're no longer holding up the swords, but I think that's fine. And they play their lord. But I think we're okay with that. I think I'd rather play out the Elegy Acolyte here in order to hold up the swords mana. Yeah, I guess I'll grow Giada. Drawing a card, Slay. They can now give something -1/-1 if they want to. Gerard. Yep. Probably the worst of the Guildmaster cycle. So I really like the Guildmaster cycle from the Return to Ravnica block. I think it's low-key the best Guildmaster cycle for Ravnica. But this is definitely like one of the lamest ones. It is exciting, the idea of like using this card, like flinging a bunch of damage and using that as like a win condition, but it's just bad. It's just inefficient. There's just better options for that kind of thing. I could go Big Seraph, but then I'm only holding up one swords. Um, I guess it feels like the correct thing to do, using all the mana. Although that's not how I would have used it. Oops. Um, let's give this flying, and we can also put a +1/+1 counter on it as well. So now we can get in with Laisa and Elegy Acolyte to gain a ton of life and win. Actually, that was just that was us winning. Shard of the Void Dragon. What? This is the coolest card I've never seen before. Shard of the Void Dragon. 4 black, black, black for a 7/7 with flying. It's a Catan. Kind of looks like a demon or an angel or something, but I guess it's a Catan. Whenever Shard of the Void Dragon attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent, and whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield or is put into exile from the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Shard of the Void Dragon. Huh. So it's just a big dude that gets bigger and forces your opponent to sack something every turn, kind of like Thraxamundar. Yeah, this is actually very similar to Thraxamundar, but it might be worse because Thraxi has haste. Well, I guess I'm selling it. It just doesn't seem that good. Dies to removal. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut on that and just auto sell it. Which, by the way, I have a lot of stuff marked for auto sale, so I'm probably sitting on like a pretty good amount of cash right now. Running, running, running. Yeah, ain't no way we were gonna lose to the easy mode fungus that doesn't even have any crazy starting emblems, any cheats. I think the itch that this game scratches for me, honestly, at the same time as Magic, is also Wizard 101. Not only like do you get to go around collecting cards and fighting monsters in a card game, but also like the hardest bosses, like the hard boss enemies, literally cheat in both this and in Wizard 101. Guys, Wizard 101 is so good. If I could if I could just pay like $100 for full access to everything in that game, I would play it. Like, it's legitimately such a fun game, but its pricing model is insane. Like, I have a life. Like, I can't play a game like that, dude. I'm not that level of unemployed yet. Yeah, this is the zone. Okay, this is the part where shit gets real. This is a real boss. Not this guy, but you know, later. Yeah, we'll be on the play. This is the true test of if our deck is actually good or if it's dog shit. And I feel like if I lose in this area, like if I get my ass whooped, I'm going back to the starting board and I'm making a more consistent deck. Okay, I'll keep this. I'll just play the tap land and pass. Okay, I'll play starting town and suture priest. I'm gonna try and take advantage of the fact that they are gonna play a lot of dorks. A lot of dorks. Let's bring out the reformer. Now we already have like some air power, which I think is really important. They're growing that swarm shambler, which does make our removal not so great, but with combined with the suture priest, we could have a real clock going here. want to, like... Hmm. Okay. We're gonna give this lifelink and attack and pass. They're getting bigger, but not big enough to challenge me quite yet. And they are dealing a lot of damage to themselves, just as we hoped. We'll keep that on top 100,000%. And now we get to move to combat, and definitely gonna just stack up this Metropolis Reformer. Just giving her lifelink, making her bigger, because she already has flying and vigilance, I think is just the way to go. And now we're holding up 2 copies of swords. Looking out for whatever they might be doing, but as long as they don't get rid of my Suture Priest, whatever they're doing here, they're just gonna slowly kill themselves. And I'm just saving this for if I see something with reach. Wait a second. Did I use... Wait, what happened to my second... Am I tripping? I thought I had 2 swords. I didn't use either of them. There's nothing in exile. Whatever, I'm just tripping. I'm thinking of the last game when I had 2 swords. Okay, Suture Priest. Play back the tape, play back the tape. Suture Priest triggers. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the train rolling on this guy. Big damage. They're at 6. Go ahead, play out more dorks. Now they're at 5. Stackety stack. Easy. Okay, so we can beat the losers. We can beat these easy guys. That doesn't seem too bad. The second ability is kind of lame, but the first one where you're just pinging, that's not terrible. Okay, here's the little guy. Geonid Deathcap. What's this one got going on? This is the same kind of deck. Oh, they have a lower starting life total. Yeah, the life totals have not been super scary here, so I wonder if I should bring in like a second Suture Priest and a Blood Artist against this dungeon. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit risky. Let's see our third land. Yes, there it is. We always had it. Plains. I could swords one of these guys, but I think we save it for like Mycoloth, you know, like they have real... Oh, or like actually that is definitely a good swords target. This buffs their board immensely. Yeah, we don't need to let them have that. Let's just play out Giada and pass. They play out Fungal Bloom. That's an okay card for them, but the more of those that they draw, the lower their chances are of winning, because they're fully redundant cards. Okay, there's my land. Oh yeah, wait, so Righteous Valk or Gisela? My instincts are telling me to use my mana and cast Gisela first. If they answer her, then that's one less answer they have for Righteous Valk, which is arguably like the more important win condition for my deck. Other land is pretty good here. Now I can cast Laisa. Yeah, that's kind of like an alternate strategy to win here. I'm happy with that. So now they have to deal with Laisa before they deal with anything else. They don't have enough board to attack. This doesn't have Death Touch. Yeah, all their creatures are pretty ineffective here. And now I can go... Now I can go Righteous Valk and immediately Blight Priest. Their adder gets bigger. Oh yeah, okay. But now my whole board is buffed. Oh wait, no, it's not. But it will be after this. LMAO. I forgot. I have more life now. Yeah, maybe I bring in... do I already have two in here? No, yeah, here it is. Let's do... Maybe instead of Mesmeric Fiend, as their card quality is so low that that this card might not matter. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. What do we win? Anything actually good? No, but I'm gonna keep all of these because if we win this area, we'll get the the item, the Slimefoot item that buffs our Saprolings, so we could build like a meme Saproling deck based off of the upgrades from that deck. I guess we might as well just fight Slimefoot himself, as like we're not gonna earn anything that important from these other dudes because they all just drop funguses. Their best card is Sowing Mycospawn. Like you can actually farm Sowing Mycospawn here, which is just an absurd card. Okay, well he's got 60 health. So that's going to be a little harder to crack through, but I think it's doable. And this hand, I think, is okay. The carrot cake makes it so. Taking my beats, playing my Isolated Chapel, playing my carrot cake. I don't want another land. No, thank you. Let's see if they attack again here. Haha, take that, loser. They cast Cultivate instead. Great. Great. Awesome. Land. Blight Priest. Go. They flip it. Damn, and they have a few creatures in their graveyard already. I don't have anything to remove that. And they have that. No bueno. Okay. Hoping that Gisela is able to hold off this Hulk for a moment. Mold Shambler. Could have been worse. And yeah, here I just snap cast the Laisa. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take more damage, but it's okay because I'm gonna gain life here. 4 life, in fact. They choose not to grow their Hulk for some reason, and they play a Spore Mound. Okay, yeah, I really wish that I had a Suture Priest right about now. That would be pretty swag. The question is, do I Swords the Spore Mound now? to prevent them from just flooding the board with 1/1s? Do I ignore both of them? There's more powerful threats they could play. Okay. Oh, Restless Cottage. Interesting. I think I am gonna swords their cottage instead of the spore mound because it's like a bonus strip mine. Um, yeah, I don't know if that was the right call exactly, but what you gonna do? Dude, I'm just doing my best here. This is the most major boss that we've encountered so far this game, and yeah, I want to win. We're gonna give, um, we're gonna give this vigilance. Yeah. Gaining a bunch of life back. We don't even have to care about blocking, which is fun. Ah, fuck. There's the Mykolov. Yep. See, I could have, I could have just spared the cottage and saved the swords for this. Yeah, that's like a very serious threat. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this lifelink, and I'm just gonna attack all out, and I'm just gonna fully erase them. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know if the math is gonna math the way that I want it to. I am just gonna chump the Mykolov. Corpsejack Menace. Okay, better than like a token doubler. Oh, 100% we keep that. There's our Mykolov answer. Lifelink the Seraph. Attack, attack, attack. Their army just gets even bigger, but I think we just won the race, like fully. I go to 24. Wait, so they could... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 16 is not enough. But if I kill their Mykolov, they've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 power on the board. That is not enough. Goodbye, Mykolov. Go to combat. Lifelink you. Attack with all. Go to 37. And now they don't have nearly enough to kill me here. I go to 22. Golgari Germination. That's not going to help them. Give this lifelink. Alpha Strike. GG. Okay, we're about to beat our first like major boss, dude. I'm hyped. I'll keep. It's a little bit of a spooky keep, but I think it'll work out. Wait, actually, I'm gonna be risky. Play Guide of Souls first. I want to get my guide engine running, and then yeah, I'm gonna go Carrot Cake next. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that on top. Elegy Acolyte is gonna help me get a ton, like draw a ton of cards here, and then I think this slow roll strategy is gonna work out. Ooh, okay, that's one of those. That's one of those cards that needs to get removed. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those. Feels like it's all the time that there's some big threat. They've got a 210 card library, which is crazy. Or 213 cards. Okay, I'll take 3. They play out a Rot Farm, and there's another Death Bonnet Sprout. If there are 3 or more cards in their graveyard, they've got nothing in their graveyard. Okay. Well, we've got an answer, but I think more importantly, we've got a clock of our own. So let's just go ahead and get that started, shall we? Sadly, if our Guide of Souls was not nerfed here, it would actually be able to buff the Metropolis Reformer, but you know, we live in a post-alchemy world. What you got? What you got? What you got? Opponent thinks for a second, attacks with the Myco Tyrant. Yeah, makes sense, right? I'm just gonna take 4 here. Dropping to 11. They played Doubling Season. Oh, fuck that. That's really bad. That's foul. I can't believe they just played that. Okay. I've got 5 mana. I've got a swords to remove these, but I don't have to do it right this second. And I'll have Rodolph next turn. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crack the cake. We're gonna eat the cake. Gain 3. Ooh, I do want that. Guide of Souls triggers. Okay, and now I can move to combat, attack with Elegy Acolyte and the Angel. Yes, I will pay 4 energy to give the Acolyte wings, as she deserves. I love this card. Elegy Acolyte is such a cool card. I wish I could take her all the way to the end of this playthrough. Great. And now I drew the Suture Priest, so I can cast her and still hold up swords. Now my opponent's Doubling Season should, in theory, become their own downfall. Let's see. Opponent thinks for a while, does turn the Myco Tyrant sideways. I think that is our moment to just blow it up. Okay, and then they play Akawali, the Seething Tower. Okay, they trigger my Suture Priest. We're a long way off from draining them to death, but we're gonna get there eventually. Just you wait. Okay, I really wish I had a way of like protecting my Rodolph outside of just its own ability here. But I guess I'm not really expecting a removal spell at this point. And like running out the Aspirant for some reason feels like an underrated play here, but no, I think I have to play out the big threat right away. I don't think that there's that much of a chance of me resurrecting anything anyways. It's so weird that this is a May ability. Okay, I'll go to combat and we'll send the flyers. Again, like, we have 3 energy, but we can't put a flying counter on anything. It's sad. Great. And then, yeah, we just pass from there. Hope that they don't play anything absurdly strong here. Like, a Mycoloth would definitely be bad. But then again, like, I'm kind of hoping that my Suture Priest just kills them if they pop off and aren't able to kill me because I'm gaining life. So we're fully in on this game of attrition against Slimefoot. This is turning out to be pretty interesting. They create 6 1/1s and they lose 6 life. Brutal. Oh, what? No? Boyfriend sent me a text. Very important. Whoa. I thought they just made 9. Oh, yeah, they make 18. Doubling season, of course. Gotta press the space bar a bajillion times. Let's see if that crashes the game. It does not. And they still have 35 more health left, so game's definitely not over. But where there's a will, there's a way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have just enough to play out all of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Shablam. I don't have anything to resurrect. 1, 2, 3. Play the Lightstall Inquisitor. Doesn't really do much for us here, but we might catch something. We caught a fungal infection. Oh, they could have killed my Suture Priest at any time, and they chose not to. Interesting. Well, we could potentially get it back with Rodolph, although this is about to flip, so maybe not. Okay, and then Luminarch Aspirant. More life. Yay, 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 yay. And then go to combat, and I'll put that counter on Rodolph? Question mark? They're more likely to target him because he has the highest mana value. And Elegy Acolyte is like the actual strongest card on my side of the board. Maybe I grow this. Like, this could end up sort of being a really useful as a blocker here with everything that they have over there. Yeah, I have a lot of X1s that don't really block well here. Oh shoot, and I could have attacked with something else maybe, but screw it. Let's just put the counters there. Boom, 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 boom. And play my land. I don't need more land. At this point, I just want to draw 100% gas. That's all I want for the rest of the game is 100% gas, because I have all the lands that I need. And we are getting into the late game as We just both have our powerful late game engines running, but my opponent's at 20. Far cry from where they were last turn. I wonder if it can even see that the Suture Priest is killing them. They could kill it. Like a human opponent here could just kill it and win the game. Fleshbag Supremacy